Right, how you going? Hope everybody's getting on with isolation and dealing with it. I'm dealing with it tonight by celebrating pretty much a week into this, and I'm going to have a barbecue. I'm sure you guys know how you do your barbie, and I've got my own special way how I do my barbie. And the way I do mine is obviously I've got a 4 burner. I've got some prawns. I've got some high fillet steak, some bacon, chicken, and some chicken breast as well with skin on. I've got onions, some butter, some garlic, readily crushed already. It's very good that way. It saves you mucking around with those garlic bowls. But saying that, I've still got some fresh garlic as well, because I like putting them fresh on the barbie. They're bloody good. And some baby spinach, tomatoes, lemon juice. Good catch. And yeah, so you want to be prepared, I reckon, for a barbecue to go well and not fail. So you got your cooking utensils up here. Gotta be careful they don't get too hot when you grab them. But always have a spot where you put them when you're not using them. And also, so everything goes back where it comes from when you start to use it for the barbie. So the first thing to do is light the barbie. Basically, you turn the gas on, and mine sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. Normally Talia has to be here, so she puts her head out the tent door so that it works. But bloody thing's not working. So luckily I anticipated that and brought myself a little lighter. Yeah, there we go. And that's gonna burn. I'll put all the other 4 burners on. All on, there you go. Honky dory. So you might notice that I have a bit of an accent. It's a bit of a mixture of Kiwi and Aussie, so that's what you're probably wondering. I am Australian by birth, and I'm Kiwi by blood. So I'm proud of my Kiwi heritage, and I'm I'm All Black supporter now, and much to my dad's delight. So he can't win any more bottles of red wine off me now. Anyway, after that, I got some aluminium. I normally use this. It's pretty good, but after a while it gets a bit, dodgy. So I just get a new one every now and again. But sometimes, that's still pretty good. It's like, the barbecue plate. You don't want to clean it too well. You want to have that seasoning on there. But anyway, I always keep a bin down here, and that's just to keep going, and always keep paper towels very handy because they come in. That's why they're called handies. So yeah, use those. Don't throw them all out every time you want to, go grab a new one. Just keep it there, spare, and save the environment. Try to. Yeah. So anyway, first step: barbecue on, heating the pans, the plate, sorry, and the grill, and then, or you could actually, get these going because that's going to get a little hot. So I'll put those down here and close the barbie lid just for a little while so it heats up. So yeah, I've chopped some onions earlier just so we could, for the sake of television. Yeah. So I do onions. I normally put a bit of oil on them before I put them in the barbecue in a little bowl, so they just sit in, and season them as well. And that's another thing, you're going to season your meat. So you put a bit of pepper on it, and you put a bit of salt. Yeah, a bit more salt. Never have enough salt, I reckon. It's bloody good. And did I say I had satay? Yeah, I got satay. Anyway, so that's looking good now and starting to heat up. Maybe while it heats up, I can tell you a few things about this. Well, the barbecue I got for a present from my old man. But over here, thought you were wondering about these plants. I got some plants that normally indoors and they were pretty dodgy looking, so I brought them outdoors today for a bit of sunshine. And they're all in their glory out there. They're going to go into bed soon, so back on top of the fridge inside the awning. This is the awning. Yeah, so we got Hightower, we got Spike, we got Prickles, Bill and Ben, Flower Pot Men, And then we've got Lily over here, which is, she's all right. She's been giving some nice flowers, but not lately. She's also, see those little tapes there? She had a busted stem, so I put a splint on her with some tape just to keep her upright. She was looking a bit dodgy there for a while. Oh, and of course, got the guitar. So guitar is very important, and a beer is very important. So the beer of choice today is a Dutch beer called 8.6 Black. The reason I like these beers is because they are 7.9% alcohol volume, and so I only need a couple just to get me started. But tonight, tonight I'm going to celebrate first with a nice French champagne, Paul Rame. Yeah, I do like a bit of class now and again, so you know, and yeah, I'm a bit of a classy guy. I may look like a bogan, but I do have a bit of class now and again. But hey, I also like the Australian Reds, the Aussie Reds. This one's a Wyndham Estate from New South Wales, actually. Pretty good one, Cab Sav, nice blend, and yeah, 2018. But it was on special at the Foursquare, and yeah, I don't mind quaffing a bit of red now and again. I do enjoy a bit of white too, with my seafood and crayfish and mud crabs now and again. But tonight I'm going to have some red after my champagne, and I might finish it off with cold beer. Anyway, that barbecue feels pretty hot now, so I might put you back into the stand and get your videoing there. So yeah, so it's looking good. So it's smelling good. I can smell that seasoned plate. Yeah, beautiful. You got to be careful of that one. See, the heat rises and blows that bloody thing up. So you want to just maybe stick something on it straight away just to weight it down. So the first thing I'm going to put on the barbie is what I think is going to take the longest to cook. So I put chicken. This chicken breast here is a skin breast from Foursquare again, down Currao. They're doing a great job, those guys, must admit. They are working hard. And I just put, this is actually for Baxter, because you know, he loves his chicken and rice. So I'll put that on first. Takes a little bit longer. And then, you know, you can just chuck everything on. These big eye fillets, these are beautiful. I've seasoned those on both sides earlier on as well. So just chuck them on. And you want to have it so it's pretty organised. I put the bacon on as well, just because the juices flow through all the meat and give it some flavour, extra flavour. Chuck all these on. Give it sweet, mate. Put them down there so the sticks are over the edge, so you can turn them and so they don't burn. Because you know, you look away for 5 minutes, you look back and they're gone. Where's my sticks? You know. Anyway, then I saved these prawns for last because they don't take very long to cook. These have got tails on. These are a shore mariner type prawn. And yeah, just while I'm on the prawn subject, all you buddy Americans out there, you know, these are prawns. These aren't shrimps, mate. I tell you, shrimps and prawns, they're the same thing. We had to change a whole ad with Paul Hogan in it a few years ago and change it to shrimps just to keep you guys happy. But, you know, to get you over to our country, or to Australia. But, you know, just get it right. Shrimps are prawns. So throw another prawn on the barbie is the actual ad. You know, to change it to you guys, crazy. Anyway, you're a good bunch of fellows over there in America. I've been over there 3 or 4 times and spent some time in Pennsylvania. Awesome place. I am a Penguins fan and a Steelers fan. So, you know, sorry for all those other Americans that might not be, you know. But hey, we all got to back for someone. I'm an All Black supporter, but I go for the Reds in Australia for rugby Super 15s. But I've been very disappointed in the Reds lately. They hadn't bloody won a game for ages. Anyway, my Kiwi team is Otago, the Highlanders. I'm sure there's a few fellas out there who'll be happy about that. Anyway, yeah, so it's handy to have that bin down there, eh? So you can just whip everything down there, and the wipes, the handies. So, bloody good. So yeah, I haven't put that down there because I've got a cat and a dog running around, and I know they're going to try and get into it. Anyway, so they're simmering away there now. You can chuck the onions on, you know, and get it going there. Put a bit of olive oil on them. That's always good. If I had some mushrooms, I'd chuck them on, but I just haven't got any. I know this seems like a lot of meat and stuff for me, but I'm going to eat it over a day or two. You know, graze basically, like blokes like to do. I've got Netflix inside and a fridge full of beer. And yeah, so here's that garlic. This is why that garlic's real. Whoa, that tomato, I tell you, keeps bloody rolling off that thing. The whole thing's a little bit uneven, so chuck a bit of garlic on there. Bit of garlic on there. Beautiful. Lovely. And then you can, oh, where was I? Oh yeah. Butter, mate. Got to be pure Pam's original salted butter. Real good for you. You got to go for it. So basically, so well, there goes that. You see, that thing. So you just maybe put an onion on there. Weight it down. So chop off a bit of butter because that always goes well with onions. Stick that in there. You can shove your garlic. Okay. You shove your garlic on, and then get your tongs. Ooh, smelling bloody good. I tell you. What do you reckon, Baxter? You good? Yeah? You good? Sit down. Oh, good boy. Can't see him, but he's just sat. I've been teaching him how to sit and lay down and stuff. He's only 4 months old. He's a pretty cool dog, eh? He is like I've said, I think he's a golden retriever. You wouldn't think it. And his mother is collie. Ah, chuck that on there. Oh yeah, bit of onions, you know. Don't want that on there. Ruins a good barbie. And these things are looking good. So you can turn these. I just like to turn them like anti-clockwise. That way, just one, because they come in the packet square. So you can do it like 4 turns, and you get the whole lot done. So you know you might only need a couple of minutes on each side. But there's 4 sides, don't forget. That's why it's a square. So there, you put that on there. Give the steak a bit of a stir. You might want to put a bit of olive oil too on the steak. That's all. This is actually extra virgin oil. It's real nice stuff. All you guys out there on keto, you can eat this. And yeah, so I like to crack the beer now. Not that I'm going to drink it now, but I'm going to taste it. It's pretty bloody good. And I put some in the onions. Beautiful, mate. Beautiful. Con the Fruiter. He's an old Aussie icon from TV back in the 80s. Anyway, that's it. You stir those onions around. Put a bit more salt on them, just to get those veins pumping. And have I got everything? Oh yeah, I forgot to put the old snaggers on. So I'll put a couple of snaggers on. Put them in here. Turn that down a bit because I don't want snaggers on the grill with a high flame. Big no-no, you know. So just go easy on this. And if I had some more plate space, I'd probably put them on the plate, which I can do. I've run a few barbies in my life, and you know I like to make them look really nice when they're on the plate. So you know, symmetrical almost. If you get those steaks up there, you get the sausages in here, and then you get that bacon over, and see how that bacon's nice and dark on that side. You can stick that on top of your steak now. That's good, and you give these a bit of a stir. Check that chicken out. Oh yeah, that's looking good. You can do the chicken, because it's got the skin on top. I've already flattened out the bottom part and sealed it. So what I like to do is just give it some, you know, it's all about presentation with chicken and food in general. So with the grill being nice and hot now, I've just put it on the skin like this. Just go down and don't touch it after that, because you want to get those lines going across the breast and the skin. And then when you turn it over, cook a bit more, she looks good. And that's presentation. So yeah, keep an eye on those sausages, because they don't take long to get going on one side. So the worst thing I reckon is having a sausage that's a little bit left on the grill, or on the plate, sorry. And if you do that, it just goes it burns and goes flat on that one side. So when you try and roll them for cooking evenly, it won't do it. So So just keep an eye on that one. It's just me again with my barbie. It's how I do it. Everyone, like I said, has got their ways of doing their barbie, and I respect that totally. You know, when you go to a bloke's house for a barbie on a Sunday or something, you know how we all like to stand around a barbecue. Always got suggestions, but you know, there's certain things we just don't say. It's taboo, basically. Oh, those steaks are looking good. Hey Baxter, where's the cat? The cat, you right? He's there. Yeah, cat's out there. So basically, I also wanted to mention too, with preparation for barbecues, I've got some. Not that I have to worry about it now because it's a beautiful night and there's no mozzies or sandflies or flies around anywhere. But I got some Raid. It's a value pack, and it kills flies and insects instantly, and it's quite fun, especially when you're in lockdown. You can sit there, and when the flies come around, you can just shoot them, because you know you're not really supposed to shoot either with these lockdown stuff. So that's a bit of a bug. So all my guns are locked up, and which is a good thing, I suppose. That's why I've inherited all these cats now. They're all alive. When I used to live in Mount Cook, I used to have to relocate all the cats, unfortunately, because they were just killing all the birds. But anyway, that's another story. Yeah, so Raid's good. It's my choice. You can choose whatever you like, but Raid's good. It does really get some, and it's got a real good jet. It comes out and just hits those flies like you wouldn't believe. And you know, this is tropical strength Aerogard, so you know, don't forget the Aerogard and have a good weekend. So anyway, that's that. Yeah, a bit of lemon juice now. So I just put a bit of lemon juice on everything. That's always really good. You can tell, you got to turn those things again. See how that's square? That's crazy. I mean, it's good for doing this. But anyway, ooh. Yeah. So don't try and get that chicken breast off too early. If you do, your lines might not be there, and then you've got to put them back on the grill right exactly where it was, and that's really hard to do. Well, I find it really hard to do because I only got one really good eye, and yeah, hard, man, hard. Anyway, so those sautés, my trick is now, especially when I don't have a lot of room on the grill, if you want to use your noggin, and so you've got this up here now. That's what this is. You're probably wondering what this was going to be used for. This is what it's used for. So these chicken sautés or kebabs, whatever you want to call them, are still a little bit raw. But you put them up here, and it's all about, you know, coming together at the end of the day, at the end of the line, united, basically. You want to unite the whole lot, boom, at the end, so everything's done. That's all in the timing, and that's the trick of a good barbie, you know. Ooh, the sausages, they nearly got away on me, those sausages, I'll tell you. I reckon it's pretty good, because I am talking to a video as well and doing a barbecue, so that's another element of, you know, skill. So add to my repertoire. I've never done this before, I'll tell you that. It's amazing what lockdowns and viruses do to people. In fact, people are saying that it's making everybody nicer and happier, and you know what? I actually believe that. I do, and when I say it, I'm getting tingles down the back of my neck, because I'm talking to people that I haven't talked to in years, even with social media, you know, and I'm connecting, and it's all because the whole world is feeling what we're going through right now. So I don't want to dwell too much on that, because I'm celebrating actually. That's why I've got the French bubbles. So, you know, it's probably about time too now for that steak to be turned. And that, yeah, that looks good. So I like my steak medium rare. So probably about a minute now that I've turned them, and I'll stick them up here. And I won't want them to cook anymore. That's me perfect. So there you go, there's my onions. Now my sausage is cooking. Now it's ready for the prawns, not shrimp. You just whack them on. See how there's no juice in there? That's again about preparation. I've been teaching my daughter about preparation, you know, and we went to Tekapo Lake, Tekapo Lake for a swim one day. It was really hot. It was a beautiful day. No wind, nothing, just glass water. We swam out to the jetty and had a look around, then we swam back, talked to some tourists, and we were coming back, and I'd put the towel and the 2 towels on the bonnet and an extra one for Talia because I knew she'd be cold, and some shoes right near the lake edge. She didn't know I'd done that. Anyway, when we swam back in, she was like, oh, and she just grabbed the towel because she was cold, it was right there, and then she was looking at, oh, my shoes are right there, and everything came into, you know, at the end, came together, and I said, you know what that's called, Talia? And she looked at me and she said, what? I said, preparation. The key, whatever you want to call it. In French, they call it mise en place, you know, it's all about preparation, being organised. I like to be organised. Some people might not think I like to be organised, but I really am. I'm a pretty organised person when it comes down to it. Now look at this. Yes, that chicken. See the lines on there? You probably could have done with a bit more, but I won't worry about it too much. I'm not going to dwell. Now the sausages, get those onions, whip that with the bacon. Beautiful, mate. And what you can do now is you can get that bacon and just chop it around so it's nice and choppy. Not too choppy, just a little bit choppy. And you know, you got a bit of onions and bacon with butter and fresh garlic and crushed garlic from the tube. Pretty good. So yeah, these prawns, got to remember, got to be seasoned. Got to be seasoned, otherwise, you know, I'm just not cutting the mustard. So there you go with the seasoning. And again, I love the big wallop of butter. Can't beat butter and seafood, you know what I mean? Great. It's just the bee's knees. You can just chop that up a little bit. So there you go. Le beurre in France. Le beurre, s'il vous plaît. Mise en place. There you go. Okay, so prawns are cooking. Throw another shrimp on the barbie. Anyway, check it out. Things are happening. Things are slowly coming to the finish line. And they all want to be in a line, like I said. You can get that piece of onion off there as well. See, oh, look at that juice coming out of that steak. Beautiful. Nice. Now, very important. Champagne. So I crack a nice bottle of champagne just for the hell of it, you know, these sorry or sad times. I feel for all the people out there that are really suffering. I'm sorry. Just unprecedented times. Again, this is my preparation, so I'm going to enjoy this champagne. Alexa, what's this? Ah, dodgy. Normally they go up, but not this one. And I've got a nice pint glass. So yeah, those prawns are catching on fire, so I might have to save them a little bit. Those sausages need turning, but you got to get your champagne going. Nice. So that's some champagne. Again, handy, bloody handy. So yeah, have a bit of French champagne. Oh, Prost in German, Salut in something, Chin Chin, Kampai. What else have we got? Skull. Cheers. Here's looking up here. Whatever you like, but crack yourself a drink now if you like, and just envisage tasting all this in a couple of minutes. You might want to put a bit of lemon juice on these prawns, nice, and maybe even a bit of garlic on them. Oh, that's good. I mean, this is a barbecue, and you know, if you don't enjoy doing this, then don't do it. You know, just stay away, because it is an art, and you know, at the end of the day, if you jump on a barbecue and you blacken the shit out of it, excuse me ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, blacken the everything, it's ruined, and your guests don't like it. You know, they get, you know, it's just not right. Barbecue etiquettes. So these prawns are coming good. You really don't have to do too much with the prawns in the way of stirring once you've got your garlic and butter around them, because they'll just cook through, and they'll be honky-dory and before you know it. So keep an eye on them. Keep an eye. Oh, Baxter, what you just did a big shite. Excuse the French again. Baxter's did a whoopsie in the garden. I'm glad he's doing whoopsies in the garden though. You know, nothing worse than a whoopsie in your caravan. I fed them beforehand. That's another important thing too. If you do have animals and they're hanging around, which is new to me at the moment, I've never, you know, I have had animals, but you know, in New Zealand, this is the first time I've had animals, which is awesome. Yeah, you want to be organised with that as well. So I fed them earlier, and that, you know, look at them, they're well behaved. That's again mise en place, preparation. I'm not angry about it. I'm just being, I'm enforcing that because it's very important in the barbecue cooking processes. So yeah, those sausages can come up to the platform of love. And these onions are starting to, well, you want to caramelise them. You know how to do that? Basically you just leave them on there for a long time with butter, and you know, and they'll come good. So again, these prawns are really cooking fast, so if you're not organised with the prawns stage of the barbie, you know, you might as well go home. And that's why I brought a plate out here to put the prawns in, because I know I don't like my prawns cooked really, really well. That's being polite. So yeah, these prawns are awesome, because you know, once you take them off the barbie, they actually probably cook for another 30 or maybe 60 seconds. You know, and then you sit there and wait 60 seconds. That takes you a long time. 60 seconds, man. Try and make a dog wait for 30 seconds. 10 seconds. Bloody hell, I had trouble getting selfies today with the cat and the dog myself. Took a lot of food, I'll tell you that. Okay, so those onions will need a bit more caramelising. These prawns are awesome. So if you see how you got your 4 burners, you might want to turn these ones, that one's down, and these ones, turn these ones down too now. And you're probably wondering, oh no, you probably weren't, because you can't see it. But I've got some aluminium here, and if you're watching in America, aluminum. So yeah, I cranked that out, and I basically just, you see what I'm going to do here, don't you? I'm going to basically just protect the pole, the bowl and stuff, and have that on the barbie like that. Yeah, I can probably turn that off actually, and then use it. So that's pretty much it. So the spinach, what I do with the spinach, I just put my plate, when I plate up, I grab my plate and I cut a heap of spinach on there. Grab a couple of tomatoes, cut them in half, put them on the plate, and I'll grab that steak, grab a bit of whatever I want. I put it all on there, and I sit back and I enjoy my food. Hey cat. So yeah, that is pretty much it, and I hope you enjoyed that show. If you did, just like it and subscribe. But here, Baxter's, what do you got? Something? He's just chewing something. And I've got the cat over here. Hello cat. How you going? Alright? Good cat. Rightio guys. Okay, I hope you got something out of that. If you did, let me know. And give me any suggestions, nice ones. And yeah, we'll go from there. So anyway, I'll have a look at the night. It is a stunning night here in Curacao. South Island, Otago, New Zealand. There is a moon up there somewhere. There, can you see it? Anyway, stay safe out there, guys, and yeah, happy isolation.